teachers, and...
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Friday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking temperatures that will be well above average as we get into the weekend, which really bodes well for any of your outdoor plants. So let's take a live look first, though, at downtown Utica, where we do have a lot of sunshine. That sunshine will be with us for another half an hour or so before it goes down, and then we'll see clear skies overnight tonight. Temperature out there right now under that sun, 71 degrees, a west-northwesterly breeze at 6 miles an hour, although the winds over the weekend will switch over to the southwest, and that's what will fuel that warm up, and we are fairly comfortable out there with a dew point of 49, humidity 45%. Other numbers from around the region, we do have some upper 60s both to the north and south, but the rest of us are into the lower 70s, and by comparison, that's up several degrees, as much as 5 to 10 degrees from where we were at this time yesterday, and that's a good 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. Average for this time of year right around 66 degrees, and we're going to be anywhere from 10 to 15, even 20 degrees above that by this weekend, with temperatures tomorrow into the upper 70s by the time we get towards Sunday and Monday, low to mid 80s, and then back into the mid 70s by the time we head toward Tuesday before a cold front moves through from Canada and really knocks back our temperature to more October-like levels. We are watching still this disturbance around the Bahamas, South Florida, for a low chance of tropical development, and then the one that's coming off the west coast of Africa is now given a moderate chance of development. So make sure to keep an eye on us here back on Monday, and we'll let you know, obviously, how that will develop over the next couple of days. Back here closer to home, we've got high pressure, keeping things high and dry. Our fair weather friend just keeping a few mid and high level clouds in the forecast, but no precipitation, and that's the case out there right now on our radar loop, scanning free and clear of precipitation. As far as the rain chances, they're low to basically zero through Saturday through Monday with just a few clouds. Tuesday, we've got that front moving through, and that'll knock back the temperature and also bring up the rain chances, which is some good news. We do need some rain, although obviously we won't break even from the drought. We'll take anything that we can get. Temperatures under the clear skies tonight will be in the middle and upper 40s, warmer than recent nights, so make sure you're grabbing a sweatshirt if you're heading out there for Friday Night Football. Tomorrow, for any of your plans, will be in the middle and upper 70s, possibly the low 80s with a lot of sun, and that sun looks to stick around as we head through Sunday. Tomorrow will also be another cooler night, but not as cool as recent nights. So your football forecast for SUNY Cortland versus our Utica Pioneers, starting off in the mid-60s, making our way into the mid-70s under mostly sunny skies. And no matter what you're doing this weekend, you're really going to have good weather for it. Whether you're apple picking, checking out some of the fall foliage, you're definitely going to want the summer weather with temperatures in the upper 70s to the low and mid-80s. And as we start the work week on Monday, we won't be far from that, with highs in the low 80s before that rain moves through and knocks the temperature back by Tuesday. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, George.
Brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Come see why it's gotta be Nye. Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Friday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a weekend warm-up ahead of us, and that means that you'll be taking out the summer gear when you're doing your weekend plans. As far as this morning's temperatures were concerned, we had temperatures that were about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than they were yesterday morning. Remember, Thursday morning we woke up with all that frost. Some of you had lows down into the 20s, like Woodgate got down to 29 yesterday morning, but we were in the upper 30s to low 40s out there, with the exception of northern Hamilton County, where there were some mid-30s, but generally, by and large, warmer by about 5 to 10 degrees. We don't have to worry about any frost in the near term, that is, with temperatures getting well into the 80s the weekend, even into Monday as well. Not far from it on Tuesday, but Tuesday, that's when we start to experience some changes thanks to a cold front that's moving through Canada, and you'll notice that the average high for this time of year, around 66 degrees, will be below or slightly below that as we head through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. But there will be a lot of sunshine. As far as the latest drought situation is concerned, most, if not all, of central New York, basically where we were last week in the abnormally dry category, but closer toward Lake Ontario and closer toward the capital region, you are under a moderate drought. We do definitely need some rain, and while we will get some rain next week, mainly on Tuesday, with a 70% chance, it obviously won't be enough to break even from the drought, but at the same time, we'll take anything that we can get. We're remaining dry overnight tonight with clear and calm conditions and a little bit cool. Middle and upper 40s to wake up on your Saturday, but quickly getting into the 50s and 60s, and many of us topping out throughout the day under some high clouds in the upper 70s to right around, if not just above 80 degrees. Slightly cooler in the northern and southern hills, more like the mid 70s there, but that's still about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. And then we will cool off into the 50s as we head through our Saturday night into Sunday morning. So if you're heading to Cortland tomorrow, the SUNY campus will start off in the 60s with tailgating. It'll be mostly sunny and mild, and then make our way into the middle and upper 70s by the time that halftime goes around. That's, of course, for the Utica Pioneers playing their game in Cortland tomorrow. Temperatures, no matter where you are across central New York tomorrow, again in the middle and upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. That's some 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of year. And if you like tomorrow, you're really going to like Sunday, because Sunday is still very warm and it's dry with temperatures around 85 degrees, maybe a little bit cooler in some of those northern and southern hills with a south-southwesterly breeze around 2 to 6 miles an hour, aiding in that warm-up. And it looks like Monday we'll throw in a few more clouds, mainly mid and high-level clouds. So Monday will be slightly cooler, but still very warm for this time of the year. And then Tuesday will also be on the warm side too by about 10 degrees. We'll start off with sun and clouds and then end the day with some rain, and then that's a cold front moving through. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday around 60 degrees with a lot of sunshine still, but definitely noticeably cooler. Thomas, back to you.
Jordan, with things warming up this Friday.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Friday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed. The big question you'll have this weekend is, what date is it? Because it's going to feel more like August or September or even July as opposed to October. Temperatures well above average. It is October 3rd, in case you're wondering. Temperature out there right now, 50 degrees with a calm wind, dew point of 47. So it feels very comfortable out there right now. And temperatures are only going to drop a few more degrees. We also have clear skies out there right now. As we head through the overnight hours, those are going to be with us as well. A little bit cool, but definitely not as chilly as previous nights. 75 was the high today. That's almost a full 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. The low this morning, again, on the cool side by about 6 degrees. And we'll be a little bit warmer, a little bit closer to that average low for overnight tonight. Temperatures out there right now are into the 50s for many of us, but we do have some spots in our southern hills, the typically cooler areas that are already into the middle and upper 40s. That's where you could end up in the low 40s or the upper 30s during the overnight hours, but still not cold enough for any frost or freeze conditions. Some of our warmer spots are up toward the north, actually. Louville at 54 at the present time. So where are temperatures going over the next couple of days? They're going to be well above average, as I just mentioned, with temperatures Saturday through Monday into the lower, maybe the middle 80s. And that means even toward the south, we'll have temperatures in the middle and upper 70s in the normally cooler spots. Tuesday is a cooler day, and that's because we've got a Canadian cold front coming through, and that not only drops the temperature, but also brings up those rain chances. Finally, we do need that. What we don't need is activity in the tropics, and thankfully we're not looking at much out there right now. We do just have a low chance of development around South Florida and the Bahamas, and then a moderate chance of development thanks to a wave of energy coming off the African coast. Certainly something I'll be keeping an eye on over the next several days. In the meantime, back here closer to home, high pressure kind of meandering around, but it's our fair weather friend keeping things high and dry into the weekend, and we bring the radar closer to home, and we've got things free and clear of precipitation. So as far as the rain chances go, low to zero right through Monday. It's not until Tuesday that that cold front comes through and brings up the rain chances. There could be as much as a quarter to a half an inch of rain, maybe an inch in some locations before that system moves out on Wednesday. So our timecast showing us that overnight tonight we'll have a few mid and high level clouds, but temperatures still a little bit on the cool side, and then we'll off to the races tomorrow with temperatures in the middle and upper 70s, maybe touching 80 degrees or exceeding it in some locations. I think that's more likely as we head through Sunday, but we'll cool off pretty nicely tomorrow night with temperatures dropping back into the 50s and 60s, and we'll make our way into the 60s and 70s in Cortland as the Utica Pioneers take on SUNY Cortland. And as far as the 7-day forecast is concerned, we'll see temperatures rising again into the mid-80s, very warm both weekend days, and still not far from that as we head through Monday before that rain moves through by Tuesday. Thomas, over to you.
Well, Jordan, the weather was perfect for